Best laser systems for your clinic. So we're oftentimes asked, what is the best laser system out there, whether it be from a clinic's perspective or from a client's perspective. And I've always said to folks, there's no such thing, which is to say that what might be best for my clinic could put your clinic out of business, right? So I think there's some general rules of thumb, and that is to say an Alexandrite laser typically will yield the best results for skin types 1 through a light 4, but certainly through a 3, bar none. And then an YAG system for your darker skin types, your darker 4s, 5s, and 6s, will certainly have the best balance of safety and efficacy. So if you want the best of both worlds in your clinic, an Alex and a YAG system will give you the most options and the best balance between safety and efficacy. And then as a client side, if you're a client looking to purchase laser hair removal, I think going to a provider with an Alex YAG system is going to be the best. But with that being said, that's not necessarily the best laser system for your practice. So what do I mean by that? Well, an Alex and YAG system have a lot of complexity to them. So a lot of optics, fibers, gain medium, laser rods, flash lamps, filters, and other consumables that can certainly increase the cost of their ownership. So if laser hair removal in your practice is a relatively small portion of your total offering, buying a very expensive laser system that is relatively expensive to maintain and to operate might not be the most optimal purchasing decision. So for those folks, we might suggest looking at a diode laser system, for instance. Diodes are very versatile. They're typically a lot less expensive to maintain, to operate, and even to purchase. They take a lot less electricity, and there's also a less degree of heat load within the treatment room. So they're a little bit more versatile. They can be moved from one room to another. A little bit easier to use in that sense. And of course, they plug into a 110 volt outlet, unlike some of these larger Alex YAG systems that require 220, 40 volt or 30 amp power source. So again, it really goes to what is your focus within your practice, right? A diode system will yield usually quite good and satisfactory results on skin types 1s through perhaps a solid 4. For 5s and 6s, we certainly would suggest to stick with an ND YAG, just because it gives you the best balance, again, of safety and efficacy. But I think you can see if it's a low volume clinic, a diode might actually have a financial advantage. But again, if a clinic is looking for the best, most optimal balance of those two considerations for the best results possible while maintaining the greatest safety margins, an Alex YAG system dual platform would certainly be best. And that's what I used to build my own practice. So over 15 years, we built the largest laser removal practice in Houston, Texas, and we just deployed simply dual platforms. Every single one of our systems was an Alex YAG. It gave us the wonderful degree of versatility. Didn't matter what color skin somebody was walking into our clinic. Each treatment room had an Alex YAG platform, meaning that we could get the very best result at that particular time for that particular patient, for that particular body area. So that was really quite nice. I don't think we would have been able to do that with a diode practice, a diode system. But again, our practice is very exclusively tailored to high volume, very high results, very high satisfaction laser hair removal. So an Alex and YAG would be the only thing appropriate for us. But I could see in a physician's office that, again, didn't do a lot of laser hair removal, a diode system might actually be the right choice. And then perhaps for certain skin types too, right? So if you're treating predominantly lighter skin individuals, maybe in the Northeast or certain demographic, maybe just an Alex only system or just perhaps a diode system would be the most optimal outcome for your practice. So you really have to get to know the reps, know the devices, and of course really understand the cost to purchase and to maintain these platforms when making a comprehensive decision for your practice.